Okay, here we are, live here today. Angie Swartz and Ms. Nancy Marks. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Angie. It's so fun to be here. I'm really looking
So,
forward to this.
so great to be here with you and to highlight what you're going to be doing at our wonderful retreat coming up in October 8, 9, and 10 in Idlewild. Nancy and I and 5 or 6 other facilitators have co-created an amazing event, and we would love to see you there with us. Just a few tidbits about the retreat. 6, and now there's more, but 6 amazing facilitators, 2 nights traditional camping lodging in a lodge, not sleeping in a tent, 6 nutritious meals, 8 hours of immersive group energy work, sunrise prayer and singing bowl meditation, activating the body with breath work and somatic movement, Moonlight opening drum circle. Who's going to lead us in that? Sacred gong bath and sound healing, mala making, and some other creative activities, and a group of other strangers that will soon be your close sangha and friends. So in a beautiful retreat center, lots of nature and place to be in solitude and participate in as much as you want and spend as much time as you want with yourself. So I visited the retreat center about 10 days ago, 55 acres that we have to play as our playground. Lots of beautiful pine trees, and the weather is predicted to be between like around 70 would be the high in the day and 42 the low at night. So
Perfect.
Great, doesn't it? I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes.
So Nancy, let's get to you. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I will just stick to my spiritual side for the most part, since that seems to encompass who I am for the most part anyway. But I'm a Reiki master and have been for a master about 15 years. I'm a yoga instructor, and I love teaching in drug rehabs, and I teach in drug rehabs now, and also eating disorder center. And then I have private clients, and I'm also a drum facilitator, a sacred drumming circle facilitator. So I say sacred, and we'll get into that a little bit more, or healing drum circle, versus just maybe the drum circle you see on the beach or something like that. Right. Those are my main components. I love doing leading guided meditation, and fairly recently, I've started to be able to connect and channel and do drumming and meditation. So that's been a new awakening, and they're very personal and come through. I don't know who they are intended for, but if it's a group, there's always 1 or 2 that it really hits home for them. And then in private sessions, that works as well. So I channel a specific message.
That's so deep and exciting. I just want to take a minute to say Nancy and I will be making a special offer at the end of this broadcast. So if you're with us, try to hang out with us until then, and we'll let you in on some of the other fun that we might not talk so much about today. So, drumming. So let's talk about sacred drum circles and healing. So just a couple questions that people ask me. Do you need any experience?
No, absolutely not. This is not about skill or performance. This is about holding space, setting an intention. So there are 3 main components to this type of drum circle. So the first component is setting an intention, a heartfelt intention. And then the second component is how we hold the drums. Say if we're wanting to intend to have more energy, more vitality, we might hold the drum, over here, up high, maybe even stand up and dance a little bit. If we're wanting to ground more, we'd bring our drum maybe between our legs and feel that grounding, that earth energy. So that's more of like a mudra in yoga. So, and then the third component would be how we lay the rhythm on the drum. That's your creative expression. So those are the three main components in this type of drum circle. So that's different than when you just show up, say, for a beach drum circle. There's no real intention. It's fun, and you get some of the benefits that you do from the type of drum circle we're going to do, but it's not nearly as purposeful and healing.
And even more so because of the intention that we all have set for the high intention we have set for this retreat. Nancy will be joining me on Friday night in opening the retreat. So we'll be doing our opening circle and sealing our intentions for the whole weekend in this sacred drum healing circle. And so the name of our retreat is Awakening the Capacity for Wisdom and Mastery. And so through this exercise of drumming, the reason I wanted to do that first is because to be able to awaken, you've got to begin to be present and get clear enough to bring something new in. And so I thought the drumming was just perfect for that very beginning opening circle. So, and then just a little logistical question, like, does someone have to buy a drum and bring it, or we'll have some, I think?
Absolutely. We'll have drums. If you have your own percussion instrument, whether that be a drum or a rattle, you can certainly bring that. You're more than welcome to do that, but it's not necessary. We'll have mostly handheld frame drums, so they're light and easy. You don't have to worry about schlepping around a big djembe or a drum like that. So we'll definitely provide drums and other percussion instruments for sure. So no worries there.
Mm-hmm. Nancy, I didn't ask you this question before, but how did drumming come into your life?
Well, it's interesting that you would ask. So when I finished up my practitioner training at the Centers for Spiritual Living, which took 4 years for me to complete in 2007, then it seemed like I was going through quite a bit of a transition personally. And I bumped into who ended up being a friend and mentor, which was Melinda Rodriguez up in LA. She has since passed, but she was a North American shaman. And that's where I first got introduced to the drum. And the drum shows up when you're going through transition. It really does. It seems to, because it helps us carry through. It helps us with that intention. So that's how it first showed up. And then secondly, I met wonderful Christine Stevens, who is, as you know, a wonderful healing drum circle facilitator, an author, musician. She's multi-talented, gifted healer. So that's how I got certified. Oh, gosh, I think that's been 5 or 6 years ago with her drum training program. So it shows up when you're about to make a change, or when your life is in a little bit of flux, and when you need a little bit of that encouragement, and when you're ready to go into your heart, because the drum is the heart. You think about it. The first beat we hear as children is our heartbeat in the womb, not even as children, but in the womb. Yeah. So it comes naturally. That's why you don't need to have any experience, because it just comes naturally. We're not trying to play, big patterns and big rhythms. We're getting in touch with our heart, going deep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. And I can attest to that. I've been in many drum circles. I'm sure not as many as Nancy, but you get in touch with a deeper part of yourself, and it's like your body is drumming without you needing to really participate. I mean, of course we're there, participate, moving our bodies, but definitely been in a trance-like state. I don't know if that's the right word, but and done some wonderful drumming with Christine and in groups. And so if you haven't experienced a sacred drum healing circle, this is the time to do it. So, and it's just one of the many things that we'll all be doing together. And of course, the other facilitators will be there while Nancy is leading us. if they're available. And it's just, I can't even, my heart is so open for this activity because the intention is so big. Like the energy of this retreat is so large. So I'm so honored to get to work with the folks that have stepped up to it. So
one thing I did want to add, one reason I really like the drum circles is because it's participatory. You know, I love gongs and I love the bowls and just receiving. I think that I love to receive. That's really awesome. But also it's nice to participate and be part of the group and, you know, have that exchange. That was all I wanted to add. It's the experiential kind of experience with drumming.
Very active, which is a great opening for the weekend because we all come from our very busy lives, being in the doing all of the time, the doing. And so it's a great transition into being more present and mindful for the weekend for that reason, I think.
Yeah, so, I agree.
Thank you for mentioning that. So what benefits do you think people will experience? Well, I think there's benefits from our retreat and benefits that people that have a drumming practice have. So what are those?
Well, now the science is backing all this up, and I'm not going to get into all that, but there's documented and double-blind studies and all that science stuff to back up the benefits of drumming. But in a nutshell, it reduces stress. It increases our immune response, which we all need right now, right? So keeping us healthy. So it reduces inflammation. So those are the key things. Reduces stress. Obviously, it's going to be relaxing. It's going to boost your immune system and help with any inflammation that you might have.
Yes. So, yes, please. Let's start now. So do you think drumming is a part of your purpose?
I do. So I've stepped into this role as a holistic health coach, and you know, with the nutrition piece, the meditation piece, the yoga piece, the spiritual piece, and the drumming just adds to it. Of course, in every session, it doesn't make sense. But oftentimes it really does to ground, or maybe somebody comes in a little lethargic and we want to uplift. So, you know, you can take it either way. So absolutely, this is part of the holistic practice that I offer. And it's really good. There's a drum massage, which we'll be doing, but that can be done as a one-on-one as well. And I'm hoping what people will do, if they don't already have a drum, that they'll love it so much that they will get a drum and practice with their self, their family members, or significant others, because it's so healing and it's so peaceful and it brings people together.
Yes, for sure. So tell us a little bit about what else you do, Nancy. You mentioned it earlier, but
I did. I kind of jumped the gun, didn't I?
That's okay.
Well, I love doing energy healing with Reiki, and I incorporate that with people who like to do restorative yoga. So they'll do a restorative yoga as a private session, and I'll give them Reiki healing during the restorative postures. So if there might be questions later on about what restorative yoga is, but I call it adult napping. So you have the bolsters and the blankets. You only have about 4 or 5 positions, and they're all comfortable. You just let go. You're in bliss afterwards.
I would like to do that now, please.
Okay, I'll be right over.
So we're almost coming to the end of our little live session here today, and I mentioned earlier that we were going to talk about some special offers towards the end. So once you sign up for the retreat, you get emails from us offering you private sessions with each of the practitioners. There's some time built into the retreat for that. And Nancy's going to be offering a super special private sessions, but there's only 12 of them. So if you like what you've heard here with Nancy today, once you sign up for the retreat, you can get the jump on signing up for those 12 sessions that will happen during the weekend. And it's an additional cost on top of the retreat. But if you resonate with her message and feel like drumming might be something that's good for you, then I would highly recommend scheduling some time with her. There'll be other facilitator private sessions as well. But each person just has time to do 12 because they're going to be busy facilitating the retreat with me over the weekend. So do you want to say anything else about that, Nancy?
No, I think you pretty well summed it up. You did a great job. So,
Thanks.
yeah, so I hope it's either, they sign up for the Reiki or the Reiki with the restorative or personal drum massage. I know that might sound, they have questions, I guess you're encouraging people to reach out.
So Nancy doesn't know this yet, but I'm going to ask her to create a super special session that has a little bit of combination of all three of those things. So even she doesn't know what you're buying yet. So
okay.
So that will be a combination of all the things that Nancy talked about as she sees them pulling together. We hope to see you there. You can reach out below this broadcast and ask both of us questions, and we'll do our best to answer them. Or you can send a message, a frequently asked question message through the video Q&A that's set up on the retreat website. So you can find more information about the retreat and Nancy and what she's offering and everyone else at lifepurposeadvisor.com/retreat. You can reach out to either one of us on any place on social media, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. And we'd love to spend an intentional 3-day weekend with you in October. Again, it's October 8, 9, and 10, and we're all very much looking forward to seeing you. So
very much looking forward to seeing everyone. You don't want to miss this retreat.
Right. So I will be live here. Anything else you want to say, Nancy? Sorry.
No, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing this retreat for everyone. It's a real blessing for everyone who signs up. Truly is.
Thank you for saying that, and for me. So I'll be here next Friday with Oriel and Nay, talking about somatic body healing and another offering for our wonderful retreat. So we hope to hear from you soon. And have a great weekend. Thank you, Nancy.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.